All right. Well, I don't think you need an introduction, bro. We got Bdave in the building, boys.
What's going on?
How's it doing? Thanks so much for doing this, bro.
Course,
I
bro.
appreciate you.
Good to be here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's my first time sober on a podcast.
For real?
Probably.
Damn, I should have brought you like a White Claw or
I should have brought some
something.
beers or something, but
Yeah,
I forgot.
dude. That's my bad. Next time we'll fucking run it.
It's all good, bro. Don't trip.
Well, thanks again for doing this. I appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, to start off, I just wanted to get into like, I was telling Minicon, obviously, was on the podcast last week, and I was telling him I saw you and him down in Orlando at the Andre August Jake Paul fight.
Oh, yeah. One of our teammates was fighting on that card.
Yeah, it was Wasabi was on that card, right?
No, Alex Gwesh.
Oh, Alex Gosh. Okay.
Getch. Yeah. His last name's weird. The spelling on it's weird, so I pronounce it wrong sometimes. But yeah, he was fighting on that card.
Yeah, and I saw you doing the face off of Better Derek at the press conference and shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
But no, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, and obviously been following you since that time, since I saw you down there. And I just kind of want to know like how you kind of got your start. Like you said, you're from Florida on the way up here, but kind of like what brought you out to LA? How'd you get out to LA? And like what got you into the influence? I mean, the influencer boxing we can talk about after, but maybe just like how you got out here and like, you know, just your start into like the entertainment influencer game.
Yeah, like after high school, I went straight to college for sports marketing and media, but I didn't know like really what I wanted to do. I was just like, shit, go to college. Hopefully I figure it out by the time it's over. I was like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber about halfway through. They're nuts like Supreme Patty and them on World Star were all blowing up. I was watching that. I always thought it was funny, so I just started making some stupid stunt videos like that myself. I was in college, then went to this event in Orlando called Playlist Live where it's like all the TikTokers and shit go to. Met some folks there and like was like, okay, I'm gonna start making videos too, because some people I met there were making a good bit of money. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. Started doing it a bit, got posted on World Star a bit, then came out to LA to meet up with some friends, met up with a bunch of people, but Alex Warren for one.
Okay.
And back when he had like 10K followers and I had probably like 20K, and we just stayed in touch. I would come out here quite often to California from Florida, which is where I was in college at, to like film videos or just meet up, network with folks and that. And then obviously I would film with Alex for his YouTube videos all the time because I always did stunts, and every YouTuber who made videos like that, especially at the time, would want somebody like me to come in their videos and do like something crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, then some time passes. I graduate college. He started the Hype House because he blew up and all that, and they all started the Hype House. So I came out here. I would like hang out with them a bit, all those folks, and I think one thing led to another. I ended up meeting Bryce and Josh, and Josh was like asking me to come and do some stunts for his YouTube video, so we did, and I did this stunt that I called the cock rocket, and it's still like one of my favorite ones till today. But it's like where I was on 2 ladders and I had like a rocket shoot up into my nuts. It was pretty sick, and that's when I started filming with them. They liked it, so I started filming basically like every day with Bryce or Josh, like one or the other.
Yeah, and
that was pretty cool. Got to film a lot of videos and make a lot of good stuff with them, and then started boxing. I was real heavy at the time because I was drinking a lot, and all we were doing was just doing stupid shit and getting drunk. So
yeah,
then I started boxing to lose weight because the boys had just boxed in their little boxing match like 3 years ago, just boxing like just cardio and stuff like that, just for fun. But then I was like, oh, I want to fight somebody, so I started taking it a little more serious. Actually, I had 2 fights before I started taking it seriously, or probably more.
Okay.
But then now, yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I just live by my gym in Long Beach. I just train, go home, play Fortnite, and train and do more of that. And that's pretty much how it's been going.
Okay. Hell yeah. So, yeah, I saw like one of the stunts on your IG, the rocket one where like you stood in between the ladders. Yeah. Bro, that was fucking crazy. So was that all kind of during COVID that shit was popping off? Because I saw the truck one too, where you're in that cage on World Star and like the truck pulled you. Was this all during like COVID times, or was it like? I
don't know, before, during, and after.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like a little before, a little after, but a lot of it was during, yeah. And but it was COVID time, but we didn't live like it was COVID time back then. Like,
yeah,
especially like with all the content houses and everything, all these folks living together and stuff.
Yeah.
Big mansion. Like, we kind of had parties all the time and shit. We were getting down.
Yeah,
It was cool.
Didn't
it was
they
a good time.
cut Bryce's like power off and shit in one of his
Yeah,
houses? I remember from back when.
Yeah,
when
that
I
was like
going.
a little before I started filming with them.
Okay.
Like pretty right before, because I remember I was not there.
Okay, and then for the social gloves happened in 2020, and is that kind of when you kind of got bit by the bug to like start boxing, or?
No, it was a bit after, but yeah, Taylor was like a pretty big reason that I'm boxing, because when I wanted to start boxing, couldn't like really afford to go to the gym every day and do that, so he like kind of, we built like this boxing gym in our backyard, which was like, we had a ring and everything, we had a bunch of stuff, and he would just train me out there, and we just trained together pretty much every day, or like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I started to learn how to box.
And then when you first started, were you training at the Long Beach gym like when you first started, or were you kind of just like training with Taylor?
I trained at a couple different gyms, like trained with Coach Staff a bit, who's a buddy of mine, and trained with Taylor. We hopped around to a few different gyms, like Phil Paulina gym and stuff. But yeah, I ended up finding my home at like the Jackrabbit, and that's just where I've been the whole time. As far as California goes and stuff, I wouldn't even live here anymore if it wasn't for the gym that I'm part of. I just don't want to leave that. I fucking hate California.
Yeah. Yeah, so you said you grew up in Florida.
Yeah.
And then how old were you when you moved out here? You said after college you moved out
like
here?
20, 21.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So your last fight obviously was against Jarvis.
Yeah.
And then coming up, kind of what do you got that you on the horizon that you're?
I got a fight scheduled and planned and everything like that, but there's no date for like anything that's out, but it's gonna be sick. Like, trust, this is definitely one of my, if I could pick anybody to fight, it'd probably be this fella here. So
Hell yeah. So that's gonna be on a Misfits thing. Okay. Hell yeah. So that's coming up, and then that's kind of what. Go ahead.
Coming up soon.
Okay.
But not super soon. But I've got like a proper camp and stuff ahead of me. But
okay.
That kind of just started like last week.
Oh, so you're in camp for it?
Yeah,
then.
I've been sparring like a lot of rounds and stuff. And
okay.
Getting it in.
Damn, bro.
But I'm always in the gym. I'm always kind of in camp.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes, like, if I'm not like preparing for a fight, I'm kind of like eating more of whatever I want and drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I might not be doing like if I'm preparing for a fight, you know?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really changes. I still just stay in there pretty much.
So you're dialed even when you're not really in camp,
Kind
besides
of.
like the
if
partying
like
and
traveling
shit.
and stuff like that comes in, I don't really even party, honestly. I just go out for drinks and dinner and stuff like that. Like, I don't go out and party, drink or anything much anymore. But I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, the other thing is traveling a lot. When I'm not in camp, I'll travel to like whatever's just going on around and go be at things or go see my family or go see my friends around the country and stuff. And when I'm traveling, you're obviously eating worse and drinking more and stuff like that, just because I'm like, when I'm at home, I'm in my environment, I've got all like my meats and everything portioned and freezer dried and freezer bagged and frozen in the freezer and stuff. So when I'm out and about, like, I'm kind of just eating whatever.
Yeah. So I saw you live tweeting about that BKFC event last night.
Oh yeah, Mike Perry's a goat.
He's
dude.
the fucking goat, dude. Would you ever do something like that?
Bare knuckle just depends on who. Like, if it was with somebody, like, I'm not just fighting anybody in bare knuckle, right? I'm not Mike Perry. I don't claim to be Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Look, that motherfucker's a badass.
Bro.
You know, I actually know Mike Perry.
For real?
Not like super well or anything, but I think we're buddies. I think I could say that we're friends.
Yeah.
On the maybe lighter end of the scale. He's definitely not my best friend, but I do like him a lot, and I admire him now that I know who he is, because I'd heard his name before, but at the Prime card, because I fought on the Prime card, and there was the whole, is Dylan Dennis going to pull out against Logan Paul thing and just cause a scene?
Yeah.
So they had Mike Perry there as a backup, which I think is fucking insanely dangerous for Logan, but they had him there. So he sat next to me at the press conference and then talked to him a bit after the press conference, but I hadn't really watched much bare knuckle.
Yeah.
But I just heard his name before, and then on the night of the fight, he was in my locker room because he was ready. Like, he had gloves on and everything. He was prepared to go out in case Dylan Dennis did like a last minute shake and bake, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Smart.
He was there ready to go in my locker room. So yeah, I got to hang out with him a good bit there, and then talk to him just a little bit here and there after. He said, can come down to Florida and train with him next time I'm there. But last time I was there, he was like getting ready for his own fight that he had in like a week, so I wasn't gonna bother him then. But next time I'm definitely gonna hit him up.
Yeah, bro, you should definitely go down there.
Yeah,
and
he's
train with
cool,
him.
bro. I'm not sparring with that motherfucker.
Hell no, bro.
Hell no.
He's a gangster, bro.
Bro, he's fucked up.
Yeah.
He's fucked up.
Do you think he beats Logan if Dylan pulls out?
Yeah, he smokes Logan.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Mike Perry smokes Logan.
Yeah, even the weight difference though is pretty
There's
big,
a weight
right?
difference, yeah, but dude, you're not gonna hit Mike Perry with nothing he ain't been hit with a million times before.
That's true.
That's the thing about him.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not like he's old and deflated and stuff like that. Like he's in his prime, bro. He's rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, and dude, he's fighting without gloves, so
Bro, fucked up.
that's fucking crazy.
That shit's fucked up.
That's crazy. So obviously at the event, the whole face off with Taylor and Bryce. I know you're friends with both those guys.
I'm not so close with Bryce anymore these days, but
okay.
But yeah, definitely Taylor.
Is that fight gonna go down, or you think it's
shit? We'll see if they can get all their fingernails painted and stuff like that. They're gonna you know how they are with contracts and stuff. They want everything to be about them, and then the other one wants everything to be about them. So it's just like it's just like fuck. If they can get the business side sorted, then I'm sure it will. And that's if like my guess would be if Bryce even really wants to fight him.
Yeah.
Because when they were in camp together for their fight, I think there was quite a big level difference there between Taylor and Bryce all that time ago. Yeah. And he's obviously, I think if Bryce does want to fight him, he's holding on to something that he thinks can make him win against Taylor. I don't know, maybe.
I mean, you think
I doubt it.
You think Taylor wins a bare knuckle though? Isn't it that a lot different? You feel like, or no?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot different, but as long as he doesn't get like knocked out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different for everybody. After I get hit a bit and I've been in there for a minute, I start to settle down, and like after I know I can take your power, and obviously depending on if you can take their power, I start to get more comfortable in there. So maybe that's the same way for him. I don't know. Bryce isn't some bare knuckle Don by any means. Like he has had one fight against a guy who was way smaller than him and won on a technicality, and good for him, but it's by no means like, oh, you want to come over to my court and play ball. Like, it's not like that, because it's like, bro, you fought one round of bare knuckle in your life. It's not like you're some bare knuckle prospect or Don or anything like that.
Yeah, he's not Mike Perry.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's interesting. I know everybody wants to see that. I mean, I want to fucking see that fight. Yeah, whether it's bare knuckle.
I want to fight. I want it to happen on Misfits, and I want me and Nick to be the co-main.
That would be fucking badass.
I think that might bring Nick's scary ass out of retirement.
Hell yeah. Is that you think why he's not fighting anymore? Because he's just scared?
Realistically, probably not, but I'm just going to say he is anyway.
Yeah.
Because fuck him.
You guys have had some beef for a while.
For a long time. It's just we didn't have beef in the beginning, but we've just fought each other so many times. Yeah. That the beef that everything just starts to become realer and realer and realer, and I'm poking his buttons, pushing his buttons, until eventually he's just tired of me pushing his buttons. Like that picture I took with his girlfriend in Nashville of her like kissing me on the cheek or whatever was really pissed him off. Like very, very much so pissed him off. I didn't even really intend for it to be that deep, but he really took it that deep. So I was like, oh.
Maybe
don't hit the player, hit the game.
Yeah, facts. I'm shocked that didn't lure him out of the retirement or out of.
Well, that was for the first time we fought.
Oh, okay.
And then we fought again.
Yeah.
And then after we fought again, after I beat both the boys up.
Yeah.
Nick was crying after the fight, like in his post-fight interview, like crying. And then I was just on the internet like, oh, wow, cry more, bitch, you little baby, like fucking no sportsmanship having bitch, like fucking cry more, or whatever.
Yeah.
Really just poking him, just trying to fucking get him to fight again, but he just hasn't had any want to. So I mean, hopefully he gets that drive back here before too long, and we can get it
in
done.
There. Yeah. Is he still living out here, or is he? Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, I think I saw that he moved, but I don't know where he moved to. I haven't talked to him.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. And then you and Deji has some beef. What's going on with all that?
I don't know. Deji's fat, and he's going to pay these guys a bunch of money so that he can get a six-pack for his brother to give him $1 million or something like that. Fucking, he needs to just not be a fat fuck just for himself. I mean, the fact that this offer's been on the table for however many months, maybe 6-8 months, something like that, and he's choosing the last 10 weeks of the year that he had to get the abs, is, bro, what a fat fuck. Like, geez, dude.
Yeah.
But he's going to grind these 10 weeks. We'll see. But no, Deji just was like real nice to me in person after the Prime card. And then on the internet, I saw him talking about how like I'm a waste man, I'm a shitter and this. And I was like, fuck you, fatty. If I'm so shitty, then come fight me.
Yeah. No, for real.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got time under his belt compared to me.
Yeah.
He's definitely a little bit more technical than I am and got some like skill points for certain things over me. But there's certain qualities that I have as a boxer that are too good for Deji. I think that it wouldn't. All that technicality and stuff would go out the window at some stage.
Yeah, it's the grit. You know, it's the grit. If you could take the punch and keep going. What about the Jarvis bout? You want that one back? You think you guys will run it back? Or
Shit, I think our division's only so big.
Yeah.
And if I go on a few fight winning streak, I'm sure it'll happen maybe like next year or something. Jarvis already said that like I put up a good fight and that he's willing to give that back to me at some point if I'd like it. I'm going to take my time.
Yeah.
He pretty convincingly won that fight. Like I did good.
Yeah.
And I think it was dope display of grit and determination and trying to fucking still take his head off in the 5th round after I've lost all that. But yeah, I got some things to tighten up before I fight Jarvis again. I mean, he beat me out of like all 5 rounds, I'm pretty sure. Or like 4 or 5 rounds, 5 out of 5 rounds, something like that. So
Yeah.
with the knockdown.
Yeah, with
in the first 10 seconds. So
yeah.
yeah. Maybe get some more under my belt. Maybe if I want that back later on, I'm down. I mean, shit. Honestly, if they called me tomorrow, I'd probably go tomorrow and fight him.
Yeah.
Like,
but
if they called me tomorrow, I'd probably be like, all right, fine, fight him again.
Get some more experience.
But
So
if I'm picking my schedule, then I'm gonna say, yeah, probably a bit of time.
Hell yeah. Well, dude. What about does Jarvis hit pretty hard?
Yeah, he did in the beginning, but then I broke his hand with my head. He broke his hand on my head, whatever. So the right hand, the power off it slowed down a bit. I'm not sure what round it was, but somewhere towards the middle, 2nd or 3rd or something.
Yeah.
Is when he broke his hand, but my power stayed the same. His power didn't. So, and I knew it. Once I know I can take your power, then I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stand in your punches and just eat them and just throw as hard as ones as I can back.
Yeah.
And he's got a chin like a motherfucker, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Because I hit him. I never hit nobody that hard in my life. Like there's this one clip of where like I threw the jab hook and then it was like a bit of a hooking right hand.
Yeah.
And I smashed him right on his temple. Boom. And he just went and then threw a punch back. I was like, what the fuck? I thought he was going to bed while I was throwing it. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Nah.
He just kept coming. Yeah. Just
bro.
didn't even stumble.
2 chins on both of us, man.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. That's fucking crazy. So, yeah. Hopefully you win some fights, a couple fights, and then just get that one back, and maybe just.
I want to fight Bryce too. But
yeah.
I mean, obviously, him and Taylor, what they got going on is way bigger than me versus Bryce. So, that's definitely taking a back seat for now, if that even ever happens. I mean, there's quite the weight difference between us. I'm fighting at 155. He's probably fighting like 175.
Oh, okay.
20-pound weight difference,
Yeah.
but probably more of a 20-pound weight difference considering he's probably walking around at like 190.
Yeah, and cuts down.
I don't know. I really don't know how big he is, but I know he's bigger than me.
Okay.
He might not be 190. I don't know, but
Taylor looks pretty big too.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Bro, the fella just works out all day now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like twice every day. Like in the morning, he'll lift, and then at night, he'll lift.
Now, where's he training? Because he moved down to Nashville, right?
Yeah. He trains just like kind of for fun, but I guess maybe now he'll start taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
He trains with Austin Dulé and Austin Dulé's dad down there. He's like a professional out of Nashville. He's pretty good, dude.
Okay.
Austin's dope. And yeah, he'll probably end up training out of there, I'd say.
Okay.
Pretty good coach and gym and stuff like that. They got their shit together. So.
Do you ever think about going down there if you're trying to get out of LA?
I want to move out to Nashville really bad. I just don't want to leave my gym because I just feel like my gym's my setting. My coach has developed me from like 0 to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And he's done that with a bunch of folks. I get to train alongside Ashton Silva, if you know who that is. He's like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Ashton, and I just love training with them. I feel like if I wasn't training with them, I'd probably not want to box anymore.
Yeah.
So I just think I'm just gonna stay where I'm comfortable. Where my coach is like my dad, bro. He's like he's like a dad to me. Like you can very rarely in life you find somebody who you can really depend on like that, and who you can call whenever you know you need something bad.
Yeah.
I know who I can call, and I can call him.
Yeah.
And that's like very valuable to me, more than just money or boxing or anything. It's like at least while I'm not going to live here forever because
Yeah.
I have close friends here, but I am going to probably spend my boxing career out here until I'm done with that, and then, then I'll where life takes me.
Yeah, move on to the
Probably
next thing.
Nashville, bro. I fucking really like Nashville. Nashville's a good spot.
I've never been, dude. I gotta
Bro,
go
it's a
visit.
good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, that's finding someone like that, dude. People search their whole lives for that shit.
Yeah, and
try
his
to
whole
find.
family, bro. I'm real close with all of them. He's got a bunch of kids. They all train with us, or
Yeah.
like some of them are younger and in school, so they train in the evening time, which I go there in the evening as well sometimes. But yeah, they're all a bunch of good folks.
And then I wanted to ask you about I mean, I know you said Ashton's one of your good friends, but MVP and kind of just Jake and what he's done, obviously, for the sport, influencer boxing, and now just boxing in general. Kind of like what your thoughts on that? Like I said, I saw you down there in Orlando. Were you in Puerto Rico as well for the Borland fight?
No, my people didn't. No, nobody from my gym fought on that card. So
Okay.
go. I'll only go if they fight on it. I like watching Jake's fights. I always watch them from home.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go to it. I'll just watch it from home. But if Ashton or Alex is fighting on it, I'll make the trip because they came clear to England for my last fight.
Oh,
Ashton
shit.
and Alex, both of them.
Yeah.
They came all the way out to England for my last fight, and Ashton cornered me. That was one of my cornermen, obviously. But
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, the just the Jake shit, kind of your thoughts on it, like.
Yeah, dude, Jake. If it wasn't for Jake, I probably wouldn't be boxing. So, got him give him a bit of credit. I mean, he's obviously got his beef with KSI, who I'm probably more on Team KSI due to the fact that
Right.
that's just kind of my group. But,
Yeah.
But I like what he's doing. He's trying to go a professional route. I think that this fight with Mike Tyson is definitely veering off the direction he was trying to go to. I think it's kind of silly, but it's also pretty. I mean, you just got to take it for what it is, bro. Like, you've got a bunch of fucking people who don't know anything about boxing telling everybody how much Mike Tyson's going to spank the ass off Jake Paul. But I don't think it goes that way. Shit, maybe they know something I don't, but I doubt it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can't see it going that way either. I mean,
Jake is not the best by any means, and he lost Tommy Fury fair, but Mike Tyson, bro, he's just fucking.
He's almost 60, bro.
Oh yeah, he's getting up there.
And did you watch that Holyfield or the Roy Jones fight?
I watched it when it happened, but
It's been
I
a
can't
while.
remember everything.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, even after, I remember because I watch a lot of what Mike says when he talks,
Yeah,
his podcasts and shit like that.
Right.
And he just talks about how he just doesn't have it in him anymore and stuff, like previously to this.
Yeah.
So like I kind of see through the facade of him pumping himself up for the fight, but it should still be cool.
Yeah.
But I just hope Mike Tyson doesn't get put to bed.
I know.
That's what I do not want to happen.
Do you think they're just gonna move around and or you think it's actually gonna go down?
I watched a video from Wade yesterday, Wade Plum.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how. What was he saying? Oh yeah, how Jake is so big right now. He's like, somebody said he was 230, and like looking at pictures of him, he's a fucking big guy.
Yeah.
He's probably getting that big because he wants this fight to go his direction. Like he wants to knock him out. Like he's not trying to piddle paddle with him.
Yeah.
He's trying to knock him out. So shit. Maybe.
I hope someone just goes crazy. I mean, if you remember the Roy Jones fight, Mike did not want it to be. They were just like, they weren't throwing headshots or a lot of headshots, and like you could tell Mike was like,
kind of don't want to take a lot of headshots at that age. Already having endured the type of damage that he's endured in his career.
Right.
Like, you kind of want to stay away from those devastating knockout blows.
No, of course. Yeah. But you could definitely tell Mike was like, the edge was there. Like, he wanted to like go harder, and Roy was kind of like pulling back, like hesitant.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember that fight. But I'm wondering, once Mike gets in there, I'm sure it's going to like click back. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah,
I feel like it's a lot probably inside of him as well. Like, does he feel like defeated training at this old age when things aren't coming off as sharp and as quick as they used to, and moving everything hurts more than it used to, and like,
of course, yeah.
The next day after training, you're more sore than you used to be when you trained today back when you were younger and and an elite athlete. So makes me wonder. I'm definitely going to be watching that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you gonna be down there for that? Are you going down to Dallas for that?
If any of my guys fight on it, I will. But if not, probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I was telling Minnie kind of want to get down there for that, see if I can maybe swing some. But tickets are gonna be crazy to get in there.
Yeah, and it's hard to even get tickets, I'm sure, from
Yeah.
folks. So if one of my folks are fighting on it, I'll get a ticket with like, because Taylor's from Dallas, so I was gonna hit him up and see if he wants to get tickets with me, and him just go, because the tickets probably gonna be expensive, so can't bring like a big crew. But
Right.
if Taylor wants to go, we'll get 2 tickets and go watch it if one of my guys are on it. If not, I'm not gonna waste the money flying. I fly so dang much and everything. I have teammates. They fight. I go to their fights. They come to my fights. I go to fight. I bring a team of like 6 people, 5 to 6 people with me. You know, I have to pay for everything, so it's like money's going out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a little more conscious with how much I travel and traveling expenses.
Yeah,
like that.
And just the time, dude. The time. Obviously, you're gonna be there for your boys, but the time it takes just traveling, especially from California to like the East Coast, the flight's so damn long, bro.
London, I go to London all the time, or just the UK in general.
Yeah, it's 7 hours or something to get there.
It's like 11.
Jesus, yeah, that's crazy. So for you, so you said boxing, you're kind of full go. As far as, do you think you'll do anything else like content wise? Like, do you want to get like a stream going or like?
Yeah, I've like been dealing with trying to figure out what I want to do content wise when I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in fight, like when there's a fight announced, I'm making content all the time and it's coming out and it's good and it's getting views. But when I'm not, like I haven't fought in a bunch of time right now. The longest I haven't fought since I started.
Yeah.
And like 4 or 5 months, I think. And I just haven't made anything in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, I just can't keep doing this. So the last couple of weeks I've been brainstorming real hard and trying to figure something out. I started a little virtual podcast with my friend. It's called Massive Pipes.
Okay.
Is the name of it. And he's like my best friend from high school. His name's RJ. And he's really funny. So we've been filming that. We haven't released it yet.
Okay.
Really. But just only a couple of shorts on my main page, but
yeah,
I'm going to start posting on its own channel and stuff like that too.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just kind of small though. It's pretty easy. Like film like an hour and a half, maybe 2 days a week, and then get it edited up and then post it out. But I want to start doing more. I'm thinking about starting to do stunts again like I used to.
Yeah.
But I obviously can't get hurt like I used to be able to get hurt because I have to train the next day.
Yeah.
And probably that night after I'm done filming the stunt, and I have to fight. And if I hurt myself doing a stunt and I can't fight, then I'm missing out on a bunch of money. So I'm just trying to figure out where that gray line is drawn at, so I can do as much as I can.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, dude. Maybe like I don't know, write some stunts or something. Have some other people do them.
I've
Yeah.
written some stunts. I'm probably gonna do them. Probably gonna do the cock rocket again this week.
Damn.
Because it's been so long. It's just, shit, I could do it better this time probably.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna do stuff that like can't really injure me. Like I'm gonna wear like a dog shock collar and like try to shotgun beers. Try to get through a 6-pack while I'm getting shocked with a dog shock collar. I don't know. We'll see if I can even get one beer down doing it. I'll try.
Yeah.
It's
That's
gonna be
fucking crazy.
fucked up either way.
Some
so.
jackass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try to do some shit like that.
No, that's dope. That's dope. I fuck with that. And then I had a couple people in the DMs ask me like how you got on Misfits. Is that all just through like connections and stuff, or?
So kind of like at my gym, we had Dean the Great, who had been on Misfits already, obviously a good bit. We had Chase Demore, who had been on Misfits, or maybe he hadn't been on Misfits yet, but was going to be.
Yeah.
We had Minicon. We had Fuzi in our gym when he was boxing. So my coach had a good relationship with Mams Taylor, who's the owner of Misfits.
Yeah.
And he had been pushing for me, because I had like a little bit of a platform. You know, I had like 100K, maybe under 100K on YouTube at the time. And I had been part of other people's channels that were big. I mean, when I was filming with like Bryce for his channel, I think we're averaging like 3 or 4 million views a video like twice a week back then.
That's crazy.
Or like 2 to 4 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a lot. And so I've been making videos and stuff like that for a long time. So I was like an influencer that was big enough to be on Misfits. But just the thing about getting on Misfits is when the call comes, you got to be ready because you don't know when that call will come again. And when I got the call to fight the mystery opponent, which ended up being Pineda on 11 days notice, I said yes. I wasn't really in the best shape for it, but I made the absolute most out of it that I could before, during, and after the fight as well. And it turned me into quite the fan favorite just off that one fight.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, when Mams told me to do the tag team with Pineda, that shit just blew me up to a different level because everybody in Misfits loves Pineda. Like,
yeah.
I'm not the biggest name in the world, but I am definitely one of the bigger names in Misfits for sure.
Yeah. No, I think so too. And I mean, on the Prime card too, I saw you on there, and that was
Making
when
a
I first
statement
got
on the
hit.
Prime card, too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit was epic as hell. Is Pineda still fighting on Misfits? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know when. We don't have any tag team shit booked. He just fought on in January. The end of January. On Mr. 12, he main evented against Ed Matthews, knocked him out in like the beginning of the second round.
Oh shit.
Bro, it was crazy. I was right there behind. I don't know what this table was for. It wasn't like the commentary table or anything, but there was just a picnic table there next to the ring, and Ed Matthews got knocked through the ropes onto the table, laying on the table. I guess this is the table. I'm sitting right here. I'm like, whoa. My God. And obviously I'm pumped because my boy just flogged him. So. Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw, but we did the whole like when it was a mystery opponent for Pineda. Yeah. When he fought Ed Matthews, they had like Ginty walk out, then Swarms, then me, and then it was Pineda because we were like acting like it was us fighting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like when I came out at like 185 pounds, they were probably like, he's not fighting. So when I came out of the gate fucking dancing around with a big old gut, they were like, no, a little bit down right now. I'm a little under 170 now, but.
Okay. And then you fight at what,
155.
155. Okay. Is that a tough cut or?
Yeah, it can be sometimes. I get big, bro. I get big. Yeah. Quick.
Especially when you're partying. Long. Yeah, dude, it does not take long. Yeah. I'm the same way.
In a few weeks, I will go from abs to like, what the fuck, I'm round, you know? Just if you see my face and stuff from drinking, get swollen.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, partying easily puts on weight so fast. I remember I saw you tweet after the Prime card, you're like, I partied for like 6 days straight. I think it's time to like get back in the gym or something. That's fucking epic.
Yeah, probably. Traveling and stuff, going to do stuff. That's probably the only time I party. I don't party in LA anymore, really. Yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel like a lot of people are, I mean, it's not as hot as it once was, LA. No. Yeah, a lot of people.
No, bro, dude, back during COVID, it used to be sick. Mm-hmm. I know it's fucked up that's when it was the sickest, but it was sick back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really here back then primarily, so I missed out on that. But yeah. Yeah, man, I guess you said you're kind of just recently getting into UFC?
Yeah, I've been getting into UFC for maybe like 5 months. I've watched pretty much just about every card they've probably posted in like the last 6 months.
Yeah. Did you watch 300?
Yeah, I watched 300 for sure. That was sick.
What did you think about that Holloway?
Crazy, bro. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Fucking stand here and bang with me. He had already been beating them for the whole fight pretty much.
Yeah.
So he was at lower risk than was it Poirier? Who was he?
It was Holloway versus Gaethje.
Yeah,
Gaethje.
I get their names confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm still kind of new to it, but I'm learning as it goes. But I've known who Max Holloway was since probably the beginning. That was crazy. A lot of people were counting him out. They're like, oh, he's just kind of at the end of his rope, the second, third. You know who I really want to see come back and win?
Who?
And some people disagree with me on it. Is Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I want Tony Ferguson to go whoop some ass, bro. He's a fucking dog.
I know.
Tony's a dog. I know Tony a bit, and he's fucking crazy.
He's from California, yeah?
Yeah, he lives down south a little bit, a couple hours south.
Okay.
Hours south. I think a little north from San Diego.
Okay. How do you know Tony?
Because, do you know Callum Walsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been friends with Callum since before he was pro and stuff, and
shit.
Tony and Callum are real good friends, so
okay.
I've got to hang out with Tony a good bit through Callum over the years.
How do you know Callum? Just through.
How did I even meet Callum? Oh, I met him. There were some other Irish guys that I was hanging out with in LA one time. Met him briefly. Yeah. And he was still he hadn't gone pro yet, but he was training with Freddie just over there at the Wild Card, wherever it is. I think it's over there.
Yeah.
And I hit him up to hang out with me and Taylor one night, and he just did. And then he just hung out with us pretty much every day for like the next year. I don't really see him much anymore, but yeah, we used to, because I live all the way down in Long Beach. He lives all the way up here.
Right.
He trains at a different gym. His training schedule is crazy. Mine is too.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's crazy. Callum Walsh, he's on the come up, dude.
He's killing it.
Yeah. What'd you think about that Garcia, Haney, and the fucking lead up to that bullshit?
Epic, bro.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I mean, I was really, really I would have bet money that Ryan was going to lose.
Yeah.
I would have actually bet money. But
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't. Because he most certainly did not lose. And he actually gave Devin quite a bit of damage. So I think that Devin probably shouldn't fight for some time now.
Yeah.
Or like take any head contact for like 6 months or 4 months or maybe longer, because, you know, he's like a pro and has been doing this his whole life. He probably needs time.
Yeah.
But wow, I just could not believe that.
I couldn't either, bro.
I thought for sure that Ryan was just tripping nuts.
Yeah.
Especially because I've heard that he's been like, a little off his rocker in the past. People know about it. It's no secret.
Right.
So I thought it was definitely real. I mean, I'm sure it still was real. Like just listening to the way he talks now and everything, like it sounds real, but he's just a good fucking boxer then.
Yeah.
He's just fucking good. Like he's crazy, but he can fight like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for so long, I guess. Maybe it's like riding a bike, who knows?
Yeah.
At that point. But
he's also very, very talented.
Yeah.
On top of having done it that long, like it takes something special like from birth to be able to do it like that. So good for him.
Yeah, and dude, I feel like both those guys are like a little bit of like weight bullies, It's like they probably walk around so dang heavy and then they cut down to like, what is it, like 140
every
or
pro,
something?
pretty much. Like every real pro cuts a lot of weight.
Yeah, because Ryan looked fucking huge in there, dude, compared to Devin. At least from, maybe just from like the screen, maybe in person they wouldn't be
he's
as.
Definitely big.
Yeah.
He's definitely big.
But yeah, I mean, he's fucking on top of the world now, right?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan is on top of the world, dude. You can't tell him shit.
No.
Man. Ryan just won a fight. Everyone was counting him out. The odds were not even close to in his favor, betting wise. Like he did what people did not think he could do, and he's on top of the world in his head right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he went extra crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he started just wilding out even more on social. Yeah, dude. Do you think it was true? Like he's drinking and smoking and shit during camp?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
He's in pretty damn good shape.
Yeah.
Of course, you can drink and still be in pretty good shape, but you gotta. I don't know where you can really fit time in your schedule to be like out at clubs and stuff like that. Like,
right.
I don't really see how that is possible. I mean, unless you're going to do it for a promo stunt, coming home, going to bed, train the next day. Like, that's a lot of extra shit. Like, he's a better influencer than fucking most influencer boxers.
Yeah.
Me included. So.
Yeah, I mean, you figure his coach Derek down in Dallas, he's got to be like. I wonder if his coach was like, "What the hell are you doing?" or would be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
And
if he was out
posting clips
partying.
of him shadow boxing or hitting mitts or anything. And he's looking weird, like, real weird when he's hitting them. I'm like, is he doing that on purpose? Like, is he trolling? Or I thought he wasn't. I thought he was just like, he looked super on his front foot and just real weird. But it's not at all how he looked during the fight.
Yeah, he looked just like
settled,
good old Ryan.
Good on his feet, bro. Like, very good. I was very impressed by that. Like. Shit, never bet against Ryan now.
No.
Not that I did already, but I would have.
Yeah, I would have too. Yeah. Yeah. You see he bet on himself too, like $2 million, and he won like $12 million or something.
Crazy.
That's so nuts. Do they let you bet on your fights at Misfits or?
There's some betting. I know that it's new, but there's betting for Misfits fights, but it's in the UK, DAZN betting or something, but it's in the UK.
Okay.
But it's only small amounts. I'm pretty sure you can only bet like I think the max like $100 or like 150 or 200. I don't know. It's not that much. I haven't done it before, but
yeah,
I could. If they would let you do more, I could probably make good money because I know who's going to win pretty much every fight. Like there's very, very rarely do I ever get the prediction wrong for Misfits. It happens, but I just know like that scene very well.
Yeah. What was the Misfits card they just announced? I know the Paige Van Zant one's pretty crazy.
Yeah, versus L.
Yeah, and then there was one they announced before that. Was it Salt Poppy?
Yeah, Salt Poppy versus this guy named, his last name's Ferrari, and he's like Polish.
Okay. You think that's gonna be a banger, or you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Cause that guy's got a lot of MMA fights, professional MMA fights. Yeah. Okay.
Because Salt Poppy fought Slim, right? In his last fight.
Yeah.
He was piecing him, right? And then
he was piecing him, and then he got knocked out. I actually haven't watched the whole fight, but I watched clips.
Yeah. And Slim won. Do you think is Slim gonna fight again? You think, or?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna fight again. I mean, he's been training his ass off. It looks like on his Instagram and stuff. I watch his stories. Yeah. Looks like he's been putting work in, putting in the shift. He's in good shape, bro. He's such an awkward build, isn't he? Like so weird and like long arms and like his body doesn't look like it's in that greatest shape, but he is fit as a fiddle. Yeah. I promise. He might look like he's not in the greatest shape, but he is fit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's like real tall.
I'm not fighting him or Salt Poppy. Those are the two people I'm ducking.
Okay.
If they want me to fight them, they can suck me because I'm not doing it. I'm not getting knocked out by Slim, bro. I haven't gotten knocked out yet. He might be the man that could do it. Fuck him.
Salt Poppy's at 155, right?
I think he's trying to get down there, but I don't think he's going to anymore due to like, apparently like the way the weight affected him, and
Yeah.
he lost 2 fights afterwards. Like I think he is going to stay up a little bit higher, 65, 70.
Yeah.
I think this fight's at 70
Okay.
that he's doing now.
Yeah.
I was watching the Misfits thing that they did with him today on it, and it's at 170, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if he's going to get down to 55, maybe. He said he wants to fight Jarvis. I don't know if that'll happen at 55 at least.
Yeah. Does Jarvis, does he walk around pretty heavy, you think?
Yeah, he's like the same build as me pretty much. Me and Jarvis are like just the same.
Okay.
He's like, he gets fat and he cuts the weight, and then we're in about the same. Dude, on the scales, we looked like the same size in like every way. Like, I'm just like maybe an inch taller than him.
Yeah, I remember watching that fight. I didn't see there was a massive discrepancy between you guys, or at least it didn't feel that way, like weight wise.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
We both were probably like, we weighed the same on the scales, and we probably weighed like within a pound of each other on fight night. Like,
Okay.
Probably pretty close. I was like 165, 166 on fight night.
Okay. Is that a trip trying to gain that weight back after you?
I don't even try to gain that weight, man. I'm just trying to get comfortable again. Once I'm comfortable, I'm good. Which I was even less than 165 before I started cutting the weight when I was there. But then I don't know, I must have drank so much water or something because I was really heavy right after.
Yeah.
I gained like 9 pounds in like a couple of hours.
That's insane, dude. I was just listening to this Rogan pod on the way over here, and he was saying that he if it was up to him, he would cut weight cutting out of fighting.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, I think it's horrible. He would do like the rehydration shit for like everyone. And I was like thinking to myself, I don't know. I feel
it's
like
hard for your brain to take damage when you're dehydrated. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the guy on the main event at 300, Alex Pereira, when he fought at 85 and Izzy knocked him out, Adesanya knocked him out.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. And now he's up at like 205.
I've seen like clips of it. I don't know if I watched it live.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a super viral knockout. But yeah, what about like any other sports you're a fan of, or?
I like hockey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big
I've been watching hockey my whole life. I don't watch it too much anymore, but I'm from Tampa. I played hockey my whole life, and big Tampa Bay Lightning fan, but just not as active in it these days. Got too much of my own shit to worry about.
Yeah.
I'm sure when I'm older, I'm going to be very into hockey, but
yeah,
when I have more chill time.
Yeah, dude, I bet during camp that schedule's probably crazy.
Fortnite's just important, bro. It just takes up a lot of my time. I don't have time to watch hockey. Got to play Fort, man. I've trained all day. Got to get my Fort in, you know?
Yeah.
Can't leave the boys hanging. It's a big one.
I saw one of the Twitter questions was tell him he's ass at Fortnite.
I'm actually not that good, and I play every day pretty much. Like, I play all the time. I looked up my career stats, and I've only been playing for less than a year. And I have like 1,400 games that I've played, but I realistically don't even play the real games all the time. I play like the creative modes and stuff most of the time.
Yeah.
I still have over 1,400 games and like, I don't know, like fucking 4,000 or 5,000 kills in all those games.
Yeah.
But I'm not that good. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I just play all the time and I have fun.
The thing about Fortnite, I have to play no build Fortnite.
Yeah,
I can't do the build shit. That's horrible.
Yeah, I don't play build.
Do you have like a squad you play with?
I've got a couple of different squads I play with. Yeah, I got my friends in the UK, which is like Unbear and Young Dave and Fred Beck. Always play with those guys. We have a good squad. Unbear's just really good.
Okay.
Unbear's really good at Fortnite. We win like a lot of games with him.
He carries.
Yeah, and then I have like my brother that I always play with. And Joey.
Okay.
Joey's like my assistant. He's my good friend. And Bilford.
Okay.
Bilford's like this kid from Twitter who's always talking shit about people in my comments. He's always roasting everybody. Like, he just go on my phone any day. He's going to pure war with fellas in my comments. But yeah, he's a good kid. He's like a 17-year-old kid. I always play Fortnite with him.
Oh, nice.
He's cool.
Hell yeah. Are we gonna see Fred back in the Misfits fight? Hasn't he been saying he wants to get in there?
People have been saying that they want him to fight. I don't know if he wants to fight, but yeah, he's pretty good.
I heard
he
he's
had
pretty
an amateur background and stuff. Fred can fight.
Yeah.
The him and Fox is like the big one that everybody wants. So yeah, we'll see.
That'd be crazy. Sick. Yeah, that'd be sick. I've seen a lot of his interviews. He's a good interviewer too, and he knows his shit. I feel like.
Yeah, he knows the scene really well, and he knows everybody in the scene, so it's easy for him to get the interviews, show up anywhere. Anybody's down to have him.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Well, I mean, so to look out for, you got a virtual podcast coming out.
Yeah.
And what was the name of it again?
Massive Pipes.
Massive Pipes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So that's coming out soon, and then you got a fight announcement coming real soon.
Shit, whenever they give me the green light.
Okay.
Yep, it's gonna be sick.
Hopefully, like summer, fall, possibly. Probably fall.
I think summer or fall, yeah.
Because it already is almost summer. Well, I mean, there you have it. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to tell the people?
No.
No.
I can't think of anything.
Thanks so much for coming on again. I know I said it a bunch of times. Absolutely. And we'll have to run it back again after this next fight or a couple more fights.
After this fight, yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot to talk about after this one.
We're getting a big knockout.
Yeah.
Hell
knockout of the night. I need that $25K off Prime.
Facts.
I need the extra $25,000. I'm going to buy a car. That way I can drive up here instead of Uber.
Right. Facts. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much. That's the Bdave interview. All right, y'all.